meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Nice to see everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
While we're waiting for everyone to get in, why doesn't everyone jump in the chat and let us know where you're coming from?
Try the phone.
Throw in the chat and see where everyone's coming from today. All right, we got LA, California. We have Fairhope, Alabama, Tampa, Florida. Oh, hi, Jean. We have another Alabama. We have Fresno, California. So we got both coasts being represented here. Oh, well, hello, Katie, on the phone from Florida. Very nice.
I put
Los
you
Angeles.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. It's good to see everyone. Of course, we got our Tampa, we got Inglewood. Hello, hello. We're going to give a couple minutes for some more people to come on, and then we will get started. All right. Well, it's good to see everyone. Gonna go ahead. We still have some people coming in. James, you have everyone trained so well. They're all quiet already. We didn't even have to mute everybody. Everyone's being quiet. Everyone's trained. All right, so we'll go ahead and mute everyone.
We're all excited to hear from you today, Jamie.
Oh, please be gracious with me. This is my first time. It's good to see everyone today. We are
Sorry, Jamie.
I wasn't muted.
Sorry.
We're gonna go over element 4 today. We have if everyone has your life book, we'll be doing element 4, which is building a healthy mindset. So, you know, our ultimate goal is to become that dominant force in our lives. We want to provide ourselves with internal stability. This means that we need to have the ability to respond to whatever is coming at us. And we need to be able to respond in a way that's helpful in helping us to build a healthy mindset, even though life is jumping in our way. So this chapter goes into quite a bit of ways to do that. And our first thing that we need to focus on is our responsibility. Who is responsible for our lives? You know, we ask that all the time to, you know, who's responsible for what's going on around us? Well, so who's responsible for us? It's us, right? We don't have anyone else to blame but us for what's going on. So once we stop and think about that and think about the fact that we need to be in control, that helps that mindset and that helps us to move on to that. Right now, we all fear about protecting our ego, our identity, and our beliefs. So when that's challenged, we feel that we always have to have a need to be right. We want that social approval. We want to make sure that we're in those different places and thinking that life's happening to us. But really what we need to understand is we need to create and understand that we are the ones who are aware of making our life happen to us. We need to be in control. On page 105, we are given a couple of questions that we can go through and ask ourselves. And when we go through and ask that, we look over on page 107 and we have two different options. Above the line, we're open, curious, and have a growthful mindset. Below the line, we're closed, defensive, and we always want to be right. Now, when we go through and answer those questions, if we are answering in one of the first three selections, and we're looking at the fact that we're kind of below this line a lot, then we need to realize that we are not taking responsibility for ourselves and our lives. This doesn't make us a bad person. Dr. A brings that out. It just means that we are acting on an unconscious level about our lives. And we need to change that and bring ourselves above that line so we can have that healthy mindset in order to be in control of our emotions and our lives. This will start with self-awareness. Now, self-awareness means that we are taking the responsibility for our behavior and our results. And this is so important that we don't place the blame on others. This is something that's very easy to be done. We have the drama triangle. A lot of us know about drama. The drama triangle, we are either playing the victim, the villain, or the hero. So the victim means that we think that things are happening to us. Why is this always happening to me? Why we're not in control. Things are happening to us. The villain is they're doing that. Somebody, you're blaming everybody. This is happening to me because of that person. But we want to be that hero. We want to be the hero who takes responsibility and knows that no matter what's happening, we can take charge of it and change our outlook on it. This is, of course, going to lead to different habits, because if we're playing this victim or even the villain, this is where those bad habits come in. This is where emotional eating comes in, the alcohol, drug dependency, and even what we all seem to have most of the time is internet and smartphone addiction. That's a big thing going on right now. We have gambling, we have stress, depression. That's all what comes from that drama. And we need to break ourselves free of that. When we look at the page 110, we have our empowerment triangle. And that's where we're going to want to put ourselves when we drift above that line. When we go above that line and we challenge ourselves when something happens, this is how we learn to grow and how we learn to improve on ourselves instead of blaming others. And this is where our growth as a person and as a healthy mindset will come in. If we move over to one of the page 113, where we're speaking about our conscious awareness. We need to be able to take charge of our lives. Okay, regaining this control, as we said before, starts with this self-awareness. So we need to be able to take a pause and realize what is happening. This is where one of our big things that we always talk about, stop, challenge, choose. This is a meat part of our program. Stop, challenge, and choose. If you take nothing away from tonight, take that away. So we're going to start with this. Stop. If you feel something's not right, stop. Don't do anything. Take a moment. Take a breath. Step back. Now, challenge. We need to put ourselves in a position to realize and understand the response that's happening within us. When we feel something and we feel those emotions, we need to challenge ourselves to that negative feeling. How is this happening? Is it that our ego's being, put into question? Are we threatened in some sort of way? We need to figure out and challenge and figure out what the problem is and why we're feeling that way. Then we need to choose. Most of the time, when we step back and take a moment, it takes only 2 minutes for that emotion to pass. As long as we take a moment and take a breath, that emotion usually will pass. You want that cupcake? Take a moment. Stop. Sit back and look at it. Think about it. Think about what you're trying to accomplish. That'll pass if we take the moment to stop, challenge, and then choose the way we want to rule our lives. Don't let that cupcake rule your life. You make that choice. You move on from there. It goes back to what we learned about the cue, routine, and the reward. And the detected feeling that we have, that's that cue. Then we need to stop. And the routine is thinking, it's challenging that. And the reward that we want is by making the right choice. And as long as we make that right choice, we feel accomplished. We feel a sense of pride within ourselves, within what we've chosen. So the biggest part, like I said, was our stop, challenge, choose. those are the main points that I got out of our element. I would love to hear from everyone else here if you had any other thoughts and if you took any little tidbits away from this chapter. All right, Carol, you want to go ahead and come off mute?
Well, I think you did a marvelous job. So I think I was stopping to think to myself, what in the world could I even say after all of that? And but I don't know if I have anything really different or special to add to what you've already said. But I do appreciate this on a personal level because it has helped me to not be so quick to respond. And a lot of times when you just jump out and respond, it doesn't work out well for you, and usually causes arguments, or you make the wrong decision. And we know in our own health, a lot of times we've made the wrong decision. So I've really appreciated it on a personal level. And I like on page 118 where it says, you have to make the decision to pay attention and to become aware. So once you make a decision that this is the new me, I'm going to decide today that I'm going to be different, then that is going to change your whole outlook on life.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a very, very powerful thought for us to look at. Thank you, Carol. James, you want to go ahead and have a comment?
Yeah, I do. Thank you, Jamie. So this is actually my favorite element in the life book. And I love element 4 because it's so much, this is where I learned that this program was so much more than just weight loss, and that most of what we're doing has to do with our mindset. When it comes to creating a healthy lifestyle, that's all mindset. When it comes to losing weight, that's mindset. Gaining weight, whatever it is, making a lifestyle and healthy habits it's all a mindset. But when I started this program, I knew I wanted to become a coach, but I literally thought it was just a weight loss program and I was going to put people on another weight loss plan. And when I got into this life book, this is where, for me, it was a game changer. And I know for a lot of the clients that we work with, this here is a game changer, because what diet program do they really help you focus on your healthy mindset? And some of these things you talked about, I love where you talked about self-awareness and consciousness, and becoming self-aware and really digging into our own conscious mind. I've heard Dr. Anderson speak on numerous stages and presentations and talks, and that's all he talks about is consciousness and mindset. Some other things I got from this element is above the line thinking. It's funny because me and my wife will have these conversations where one of us will dip below the line, and then either I'll ask her or she'll ask me, are you below the line right now? And it's just completely changed our conversations to where we know that we won't respond or respond back to each other if we're below the line. Because most of the time below the line, when we're below the line, it's not going to be a great response. And then that drama triangle, that was mind blowing. Just learning and knowing about the drama triangle and how we always seem to play a role. Either we're the victim, villain, or was it victim, villain? Just completely forgot the third one, but you guys know. And then instead of getting into that drama triangle, exiting that and going into that empowerment triangle. And this is where a complete mindset and lifestyle happens. So I love how our program focuses on teaching us how to just become healthy mentally.
Yes, thank you, James. And Vonda, I really like your comment in the chat that the blame game only gets you so far. To ultimately succeed, you must take responsibility for your own actions. Very nice comment. Donna, would you like to come off mute?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Jamie, you did great. I loved how you broke down the stop, challenge, and choose. And one of the things I like too, I'm looking at page 116 where it's engage our thinking. And it helps with that stop, challenge, and choose when you're first starting out. it asks, what are some of the immediate ways you could start using Stop, Challenge, and Choose? And these are some of the things I wrote down way back when I started back in October of last year. And I put down that things already in the house and cabinets and refrigerator, to start cleaning those things out, to not have those choices available, to, clean out the things that we don't need to have in our house. The shopping lists, shopping in the perimeters around the store, making a list in advance, things like that. So when you're not at the store and looking at something else, you don't have to make that Stop, Challenge, and Choose, because you're focused, what you want to do, And then I have, instead of snacking at night, I have tea, herbal tea, so little things like that can make such a difference when it comes to that Stop, Challenge, and Choose.
So true. So true. Thank you, Donna. Stanley, good to see you back. We can't hear you, Stanley.
Is that better? There we go.
Yes.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
happy to be back. Good to see everybody. Great job, Jamie. Did a great job with element 4. I like this element too. I was reflecting on myself earlier today, and I said, man, I used to be, I don't even know what to call it. I was a little wild when, years ago, and it's because I didn't know things like this. This type of knowledge is very empowering. I would just say the first thing that comes off my mind, my reaction would be terrible to certain things. And I was thinking about people. I said, man, I wonder how those people viewed me. At that time, I didn't care. I care now because I'm not that person today. But just knowing, processes like Stop, Challenge, and Choose. It's not, like James was saying, it's not just related to our decisions about eating, but it's all encompassing of our life. You can apply that in every avenue of our life. Our things happen, like it says, things are always going to happen. And it is things that you may not have been prepared for, but how you respond to them really shows whether you're in control or not. And I like to know, I like the fact of knowing what I've been learning on this program is that I'm in control. I can be in control, but I just have to stay in control as well. Things are going to happen. So I like to breathe, the little breathing exercise it brings out there on page 119. Things happen. Let me work on some breathing. Let me breathe and really analyze the situation and what's the best outcome. And that way I can always stay in control. When I would just not, respond however I wanted to, other people were in control. I'm letting somebody else control my reactions. I would blame them. I'm blaming them. But really, it's me. I don't have to respond that way. So I'm thinking of it in terms of that, not so much as far as what I'm choosing to eat, but just my attitude, my disposition, my responses. So I appreciate it. Element 4. Again, great job, Jamie.
Thank you, Stanley. All right. Any other comments we have for the day? Well, I see we have a lot of new faces and some that might be visiting. So let me first back up and take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Jamie Deavy. I have been on plan since the end of December of 2021. My coach is Carol Gillette, and I saw her doing amazing things and wanted to know, what is she doing? I have struggled with weight for many years. I've even done weight loss surgery and gained it back. But my son was graduating in May, and I refused to be huge in his pictures because I wanted to enjoy being with him and taking pictures with him. So I chose to do something and figured I'd give this a try. The best decision I've ever made. It has been so rewarding. I was able to lose 50 pounds within 4 months. And by the time my son's graduation rolled around, I had lost 57 pounds. So I was extremely happy with that. That was way more than what I was expecting. I'm not done. I am still on my journey. And now I feel so good, energetic, and just happy. I had to start coaching because I had to see this and give this to other people. I reached out to many people that were on my hearts list. I have quite a few very dear, close friends. Throwing my mom under the bus. I got her on here too tonight. So many people that I know and love and care about that I wanted to see succeed as well, and new ones that I've met, and when they call me and they're excited about the program and how much they've lost and how they're getting their health back, that is the most rewarding thing you will have. Coaching is amazing. It feels even better than losing the weight. So that's my story. I would love to hear from anyone else if they've had any victories right now, if we have any scale or non-scale victories, or just any great experiences that anyone would like to share. All right, I'm gonna start picking on people. Oh, Linda, thank you for coming on. Go ahead and come off mute.
Yes, I just wanted to let everybody know that Jamie is my coach, and she has done such a successful job of helping me through this. I'm sure she realizes, she knows that I really thank her for what she's doing. But I was so excited the other day. I have lost 19 pounds since May. So I have 4 more pounds to go the end. I mean, 1 more pound to go the end of this week. Hopefully I get it. So I have 20 pounds. So I was really excited about that.
Love you, Linda. Thank you. You're doing an amazing job. Amazing job.
Thank you.
Jean, we would love to hear from you. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Gene. I am with Carol Gillette. She's got everybody, I think, 90%, because she's so outspoken about it. She loves what she's doing and helping people. And so it's kind of funny. I had heard about it from someone else, but they didn't approach me. But my wife saw Carol and saw how amazing she was looking and talked to her. And she was like, well, we're going to try this, you know, and I was like you, Jamie. I have tried everything. I've had the surgery. I've done all the different, and nothing really lasts or stays permanently. And so we've gone on this since May the 10th. May the 10th. And as of June the 17th, I think it was, I lost 50 pounds. But I caught COVID. I got COVID. And unfortunately, some of the medicines that I was on and cough syrups, having sugar and things like that, and that have kind of knocked me out a little bit. So since the 17th, I've lost another 7 pounds. I was hoping by this time I'd be at another 20 pounds because it's really working amazing. I can't even explain it to you. Jamie, you know the battles. I know you know the battles. And so when something works like this, you don't know what to say sometimes. You're like, oh my, is this gonna, it's just amazing. And some of the things you were going over, the lessons tonight, I had read the lesson 4 back when we first started, like in the beginning of May, and it was good to look at it again because I see a couple things that I have to keep reapplying. I think we have to read this book almost as much as we read the Bible every day because you forget stuff. And so some of the things I was reading in here, again, just from what you were sharing with us, Jamie, I know I've got to reread it just to keep my mind focused. But yeah, it's been fantastic. And I'm just like you, I'm still on my journey. I've still got another, I figure at least another 4 months, and hopefully I'll reach my goal category in that time period.
Jean, you're doing amazing. We are so happy for you. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. Stanley, I see your hand up.
I want to share a couple victories. One victory may not seem like a victory, but to me it is. You know, so I was gone. I was on vacation, and then I was in the hospital for a couple of days after I had come back. And so Jean inspired me to share this. So thank you, Jean, and congratulations. Keep killing the program, trusting the process. But they pumped me up with a lot of steroids, and you know, it took me off the program quite a bit. However, despite all of that, I thought I had gained a lot of weight. And so I'm happy I only gained about 8 pounds. I was happy about that. And I said, well, I can work that out. I'll get back on program and I'll lose that 8 pounds in no time. But another victory I wanted to share is last Tuesday I had went to the doctor, and my doctor I was a little down at first, but she made me feel good because she told me my cholesterol levels were at the lowest she's ever seen. They've always been high. Every time I've gone, they've always been high. And so that was one victory. And then also my blood pressure medication, all of it was cut in half. Just by trusting the process and being disciplined. So those are some of my non-scale victories.
Oh, that's awesome, Stanley. We are so happy to hear that you're doing much better though. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Did I miss anyone's hand from earlier? Anyone still want to share? Okay. Lynn, go ahead and come off. AKA Mom.
Hello, everyone. My coach is Jamie, and I must say that I've been very proud to see how this program has helped her. And because, because I'm her mother, I've seen, the struggles she's had. So, when she went on this program and it really started working for her and she was so excited about it, of course, coming off of COVID, I had some extra weight myself, and she says, just try it, and I did. And I am thrilled that, for the fact that, I've lost the weight and I feel healthier. And, I actually am looking forward to going to the doctor and having her say, wow, how did you lose that extra 20 pounds or whatever since the last time I saw you? But, at this point, I'm just, I've been, really excited. It's been an easy program for me anyway, in the fact that everything is there for you. And this was the first time I must admit, I opened the Life book, and I really like, Jamie, I really like that Stop Challenge Choose. And for everyone else, it's the first time I saw that and read it. And it shows us that we do have control over our own lives, and that when we take that control, marvelous things can happen. So like I said, I wasn't one that was going to, jump into this program until my daughter was so excited about it. I'm very happy I have, and I've been sharing it with other people who look at me and go, wow, what are you doing? And so I, talked to Jamie about, she's got to give me the right things to say over, because it really is a healthy lifestyle. And that's what people need to understand. It's not just weight loss. And so that's all I have to say. And that was it.
Thank you. So now my non-scale victory is getting my mother to open the Life book and attend one of our meetings. Woo! Thank you
Only
so much.
because Tuesday night is not a good day for her normally.
I know. She normally has meetings.
Yeah, but today I could make it.
All right. Anyone else before I hand this back over? Okay, James, take it away.
All right, so good. Thank you, Jamie. That was so cool. Thanks, Mom, for jumping on too. So good. I love that non-scale victory. Got Mom on. So I've been coaching 4.5 years, actually 5 years next month. And I'm still working on getting my mom on. Even though my mom did the program 4.5 years ago, lost 45 pounds, came off blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes medication, all that good stuff. So that feels good to help Mom out. So I love it. Thank you, Jamie, for leading us tonight in element 4. Again, my favorite element. And then everyone for sharing your wins, your victories, your challenges, whatever it is. That's the whole reason why we do this call is we know one of the things that help people be successful on this journey of health is community. When we know we have a group of like-minded people that's gone through the same things as us, the same struggles, the same challenges, and we can come together and share, hear the stories, and just feed off each other. It's definitely helpful. I know for me, this call keeps me going each week. So I appreciate you guys all. Thanks for sharing. And Jamie, thanks for leading us tonight. Great job. Love it. Very cool. Okay, at this time, we will transition into our coaching call. All of our clients, thank you for joining us this week. Next week, next week is the first Tuesday of the month. So next week, we will not be in the life book. I believe so, yeah. Next week is the first Tuesday of the month. So we won't be in the life book. We're going to take a break from this. So next week, we're just going to open it up and we want to hear from you guys. So come next week and share your wins, your challenges, your non-scale victories, your scale victories, anything that you want to share, get off your chest. We're going to open that up for everybody next week. So we love to hear from you guys. If you guys have friends, family, coworkers that you feel could benefit and need to hear something like this, invite them on. This is open to everybody, our clients, our coaches, and guests as well. Cool. So thank you guys all for being here. We'll see you all next week. And then we're going to transition into our coaching call, our coaching team huddle, which I'm excited about because you guys know, starting off our coaching team huddle, we get to hear from our brand new coaches. Yes. And we have some new coaches in the family that we're going to put on the spot, and we're going to bring them off mute so that they can share. I know there's one for sure. Look, he's already ready. Is he ready? You ready, Alan? You ready? I'm coming for you, bro. So I'm actually, let me take a step back. This is not my my coach. So I'm going to invite on Carol Gillette, and she's going to introduce her new coach. And then Alan, if you can just come off mute and just share your story. You know, where were you before you started on the program? What made you decide to get started? Since you started on the program, what's changed? And what made you decide to take this thing the next step forward and become a coach? But Carol, would love to, if you want to bring him on and introduce him.
He's having heart palpitations. I told him to speak up. He's got such a great story. So Alan is one of my newer clients, and he's just crushing it. He is a fireman by what career, I guess you would say. So he has a huge heart. He's already serving so many people by what he does for a living, and now he's even stepping it up and sharing the coaching with others. He just taught to his sister, as a matter of fact, who's on here as well. I won't call her out, but she's here and she's signing up, and so excited for him to be able to help her. He was helping her before she actually signed up, but now he's officially helping her as her coach. So I'm so proud of him. He's doing amazing. We've become buddies. Yeah, so it's been fun. It's been fun, and I want him to tell you where he is.
Hey everybody, I'm Alan. So a little bit about myself. I have been, like everybody here, you know, with the weight program or the weight diets and all this stuff that you've tried, and I've tried everything. I've tried the keto, I've tried the intermittent fasting. I haven't done the surgery, although I did think about it. I've done the pills, and I've done everything. And the pills worked great for about a couple months, and then they stopped working. And then all that weight that I lost, I just blew up again. And all the clothes that I had bought when I lost the weight wasn't fitting anymore. My uniforms weren't fitting anymore for work. I was up to a 3X with my uniforms, and I was like, okay, I can't go up any higher. This is ridiculous. My wife told me, she's like, you know, Carol's lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, let her know that I'm interested in knowing what she's doing. And Carol got a hold of me, and she basically just threw cast the bait out there and got me. And I love it. I was a little skeptical at first. And obviously, you know, at first you're like, oh, it's a lot of money, but my wife's like, it's for your health. Let's do it. So I did it. I love it. I told my sister about it, and she's like, I'm not spending that money. I'm going to do it on my own. And she's here now. She loves it too. I started at 262 and I'm down to 224. So I've lost 38 pounds in just under 2 months. I am also trying to lose another 30 pounds. So I'm still in the health, or the weight loss part of it. But yeah, I mean, I saw the great results and how fast they work, how easy it is. I love the fact that you don't have to count calories. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to take any pills. You just choose what snack you want. You want a s'more bar, you want a chocolate mint, you want a strawberry shake, go for it. You know, and I'm not hungry throughout the day. People at work are like, are you crazy? What are you doing? You're not going to eat anything? And I'm like, I'm eating. I'm enjoying myself. I'm eating great snacks. And everything's been working phenomenal. Super excited about it. And like I said, I see the results and I love the results and I want to share the results. So I'm telling everybody about it. My sister's like, all right, let's do this. And, you know, she's my first client as a coach, even though I just signed up. But I'm excited to be here.
I have to say, I'm so proud of you. You did it. Yay.
Love
We are
it.
on and cracking now, just so you know.
It is on and cracking. Let's go. So good, so good. Thank you, Alan, for sharing, and welcome to the team, man. Welcome to the team. We're happy to have you. This is your group. This is your community of coaches. There's a lot of us, but this is a group that's here now, so we're excited to have you guys. Welcome. You guys throw it in the chat, please. Let's welcome Alan to the team, to the group. We're happy to have you, man. So good. I love it. All right, let's see. Any other? I think that's it. Any other coaches? I'll make sure before we move on. Nope, we're good. All set. Okay, cool. Very, very cool. Very nice. All right, let's see. Next thing is you guys, we have a couple of challenges going on. Just well, actually today it's going to be engaging. I would love to have this engaging. So if you guys can, coaches that are on, to have your video off, it'd be cool if you guys can come on. Pretty much, I would love to hear from you guys, because you know, I can only do and say so much. This call is for you guys, for us as a group, so that we can all kind of support each other and building our teams, building our business, helping more people and growing. But we have 2 challenges going on, and we have 2 days left, 2.5 days, 2 days left in the end of the month. So that's what we're going to discuss for the next like 20 minutes, those challenges. And then also the last 2 days of the month. If you guys have any questions, we'd love to hear from you guys. It could be anything, any questions you guys have, feedback, comments, concerns, compliments. I love those. Anything. We'll just kind of open it up. You guys can kind of share. But how are we doing with these 2 challenges? We have 2 challenges going on. We have one that we set up with our clients. You guys know we're doing the 30-day summer challenge, where we're focusing on, you guys know like 6 different things: drinking water, exercising for 30 minutes, following a plan, reading 15 minutes. A lot of our clients got involved with that, which is really cool. I love going into that Journey to Health group and seeing the clients post in there, and that they're really, really excited about that. I love that. That's awesome to see. It's awesome to see that. It's good when we have engagement. That's the whole point of this thing, is to get engagement and people inspired. And when it's only 1 or 2 people, or 1 or 2 coaches, even in our coach group, 1 or 2 people that's kind of posting, sharing, we start fading that community support. So it's really good to see that. I think this challenge was good for the summer to get people going. So you guys, some feedback. If you're doing it, how do you feel about it? If you have clients that are in it, have you got any feedback from them on how they're doing or how they feel about it? Where you guys at with that? Go ahead, Ricky and Carol. Ricky, go ahead.
I've been doing it. My question was, and I think you kind of answered it, that where do we post that we're doing it? Are we just kind of like on, on the buddy system or something like that? Or do we let it be known somewhere that each on a daily basis that you're accomplishing the task?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're using that group in Messenger, Journey to Optimal Health, because that's where we kind of launched it and we announced it. And that group that's where we put our coaches and all of our clients. So all the coaches in there, all the coaches are in there. And I know a lot of us are putting our clients in there. So we're using that group as kind of like a command central where we're going to post, share, post your waters, post your workouts, post what you're reading. Yeah, so we're using that group, Journey to Optimal Health. So when you guys share how you're doing, and it's not a requirement, you don't have to go in there and post every single day. But one of the things that I've learned just from building work in this business is that it takes a group, it takes a community, especially for our clients to be successful. If they're not coaches and they don't have that extra accountability, they need that community, they need support. So as coaches, when we post in there, it's going to inspire and encourage them to engage as well. So yeah, Ricky, if you can just share from time to time, check the group and just, whether it's I've completed all my steps today, I drank my water, a picture of you and your workout, the book, whatever it is, it'd be cool if we can get some more engagement in there.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Thank
Carol.
you.
I really like the challenge because truthfully, sometimes, you feel like being a slacker. So it helps me to make myself do the things that I'm supposed to do anyway. And I feel like I have to post something in there because I see my clients and they're posting. So I can't have my clients in there posting. If I'm not posting, I feel like I'm a loser. So like the other day, I don't know if you saw my video, but Monday, that's really how I felt. I felt like, man, I don't feel like doing this. And that's what I did my live on. I just said, I don't feel like doing this, but I did it. And then I bumped it up a little and did a plank. So I could show everybody that's okay, I'm doing it. I'm gonna do a little extra too. But it just kind of makes me more accountable to myself. So I really like it. And I like everybody posting because you keep me honest. Because truthfully, I just don't want to sit down on my little hiney on the sofa and scroll. That's what I want to do, but I don't.
Yeah, that's good. I love it.
Notice it's the little hiney now.
So good. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the accountability. That's the support. That's what we call community. Good. Very cool. Thanks, Carol, for sharing that. Donna, go ahead.
Yeah, one of the other things I did, I like the 30-day challenge too. I'm already down 3.5 pounds since we started, and we're already into our second week. So that's really been great. I'm really happy about that. But one of the other things I did is it had mentioned in the beginning, you could do any health plan. So even if you're not on the Optavia plan, you could put it out. So people that were interested in the 5-in-1 or that I know that are doing other programs that are trying to lose weight, I did my own group message on top of ours, the journey. And I have, several people in it, and that keeps me accountable because I want to keep encouraging them because our group is pretty good. There's always somebody posting something that they did that day that's encouraging. But when you have a separate group that you're trying to, keep encouraging, you might be the only one doing the posting. So it keeps me accountable because I'm always trying to encourage this other group as well. So, and they're all doing pretty good. Every once in a while, they'll put something in there. So they're all trying to stick to it. I think the hardest thing for most people is getting that 80 ounces in, even for me, but it makes me work harder. So yeah, the challenge is great. I love it.
Yeah, so good. Donna, what I love about what you just said is what I heard is I hear you stepping into leadership and taking ownership and kind of accountability for your group and your community and kind of using our group and then developing and creating your own. It's really good. Awesome. I love that. Yeah, great job. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Yeah. Cool. So good. How about you guys? How about the 30-day transformation? I'll be honest with you guys. I've been struggling with that one. I do pretty good with my stories. I don't know why, but posting, I've gotten out of the habit of posting on my personal Facebook page. And so to be honest, the reason why I even put up that challenge is because I knew it was going to help keep me accountable. But how are we doing with that 30-day transformation stories to share challenge and posting, engaging? We talked about this last week on our last few minutes of the call, starting those conversations, going to people and creating the engagement and starting conversations. How's that going? Who's still doing that and working? How's that going, working out for you guys? Any feedback? Has any success? Anybody got anything coming from those yet? Jamie?
Well, I was doing really good at it at first and then kind of backed off, got a little feedback on that. But what I do want to make mention is that post that you made today, brilliant, love it. The roll call post, because then it's not me posting a million transformations, it's my comments that are posting it. So I like that, because then it's not us feeling like we're throwing so many things out there. It's only one post, and then people can scroll through it and see more and more transformations. So if you guys have done those roll calls, I'll look through all of your pages and we'll put things on there, because if we could all start posting things on comments, I feel like that's a great way to show, hey, there's a lot of people on this, and they can quickly see a whole bunch of transformations just from one post. So that was a great thing I think you did today.
Yeah, so good. Thanks for bringing that up, Jamie. That actually reminded me. I was going to post this in our group, but I'm glad you brought that up so we can talk and share about it. But yeah, so if you guys haven't, and we're doing, and I seen quite a few people already did, and I already went and comment on a lot of people's posts already. But we're doing a roll call post where all you're doing is asking if you had some success on my program, share it. And we're getting everyone sharing their own comments. So the magic behind that is exactly what Jamie said, is as your followers, your friends, people on your page, they can go through that post and they actually see the people, the coaches and clients posting their story. So it's not you just posting it, but they see Carol posting her story. They see Donna posting her story. So like, wow, this thing is really, really cool. One thing you want to do with that is, we talked last week about working the post. That is definitely a post you want to work. If please, as your people are sharing and posting, you're going to have clients or people, I'm sorry, not clients. You're going to have people on your page that's going to be liking, and they're going to be reading those stories. They may not like, but the ones that do, make sure we go start conversations with them. Especially, I have somebody that's actually gone through and liked the comments, and they're not a client of mine. Now, why are they going through and liking all those stories? It's because they're probably interested and they're probably waiting for me to reach out and connect with them. So that is a great way to go start conversations. So make sure we work that post. So anybody you see liking it that's not already a client, even if you've already done a health assessment with them, go revisit the conversation and go follow back up with them. Yeah, that's a very, very powerful way to create engagement and acquire clients. So another thing is, if you guys haven't, go to each coach's page and go share your story. Go share your story on the post, and then you post it on your page so that we can all go to your page and share our story. Trust me, it helps. Go ahead, Ricky.
Well, I really enjoyed doing the transformations too, because I've gotten a lot of people commenting and liking, and like you said, working them. I've been able to do more health assessments as results. I haven't gotten any new clients yet, but I'm putting the word out there.
Yeah, I love it. That's it. That's the whole point of it, is it's going to create more health assessments, which eventually, they may not be ready now, but eventually we'll have more people to follow up with. And when they come around, yeah, it's because you were consistent with sharing and branding and letting people know what you do, Ricky. Nice. Carol, were you going to say something?
Oh, I think you I think you covered it. I was just saying it's just really well, all I was gonna say was it's really nice when like I go and post on your page because people recognize that I'm a real person. And I had somebody post that on one of my page one times. That's not a real person. You just made that up. I was like, I can't believe they put that on my page, first of all. But you know, this way it makes it I had to be very diplomatic. But this makes it, you know, real. How you say for real, for real. So
Yeah.
I like the roll call thing too. I just get confused on who I haven't been to yet. So I need to go and check that out.
Yeah. Yep. So good. Yep. Makes it real, for real, for real. Cool. Love it. Okay. Anybody else? Go ahead, Jamie.
Who has Nellie as their, who's Nellie's coach?
Ricky.
Ricky, is it you? I have somebody who has liked my post that seems to only speak Spanish. So I'm going to need her, but I don't have Nellie's information. So if you can have Nellie look at my post. I don't know where she,
Yeah, Nellie's right there. Nellie
is she
Harris.
here? Where is she? Oh, I see her.
Uh-huh.
Nellie,
Hey.
I got somebody for you. She doesn't have any of us. I don't even know how she saw my stuff, but I will friend, I don't know if I have you on here, but I'm going to friend you and I'm going to send you a picture of her and you can go ahead and talk to her.
Okay, thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
And Jamie, she goes by Luz Nellie Harris, L-U-Z first. I think
Love
that's on your Facebook, right, Nellie? Luz Nellie?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah. So good. I
on
love it.
Facebook. Mhm.
Very cool. All right, cool. Love it. All right. And then 2.5 days left to close out this month. So anybody can come off, and if you guys want to share, or if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything. Well, let's see. Actually, I was talking to, I don't know if Tamara's still on here, but I was talking to Tamara. Something I want to kind of put out there. Maybe I'll just kind of share this with you guys. The last few minutes of our call is one of the things that there's always trends in your business. Every single business, there's always trends. When you really assess and look at business, there's always going to be trends. You see it in real estate, you see it in the stock market, you see it in grocery stores, you see it in department stores. You're always going to have your very, very high, months. You're going to have your average months. You're going to have low months. It's just the way things work, right? So our business is no different. And so I want to share this because I know with all these challenges we're doing, we're sharing, we're posting, we're doing, Ricky just said it, we're doing more health assessments, but people aren't yet ready. Right now, when we look at the season that we're in our business, this season is a month. And I don't want to, you guys hear my heart when I say this. I'm not saying this to kind of discourage anybody or we use this as an excuse, but this is a season to where we see people start to mentally check out. And I'm gonna be transparent. We see this with clients. We also tend to see this with coaches, which is pretty sad. And the reason why is because you guys think of the time, it's summer. Kids just got out of school. People are going on vacation. People are doing trips. People are going to Disneyland, Disney World, the Universal Studios. They're traveling. There's a lot of stuff going on this month. June, usually July is like that. And so when we think about the different trends, I'll go back to the beginning of the year. November, December is when it'll kind of slow down. The end of December, we always see a spike, always. Like literally you can throw up a before and after picture and you'll have people asking you what you're doing. Why? Because first of the year, everybody wants to do what? Get healthy, lose weight, change lifestyle, new year, new you. You guys know how it goes. Same thing when it comes to right before the summer, we might see a spike where client acquisition is a lot easier. And I'm not saying people don't get healthy during these seasons, like during the holidays, during summer. There are people out there right now that are looking for you. There are people out there right now that's tried every single diet, every single program. They've done the pills, they've done the weight loss surgery, and they're fed up, they're sick and tired, and they need something that works, and they need a coach to guide them and support them. So there are a lot of people out there like that, okay? So when I say this, I want you guys to really understand this, but there's also, during this season, we might see a lot more people kind of distracted. Same with our coaches. So then bringing on client acquisition is one of those things where, and I'm just saying this because when I kind of look at our numbers, you know, I always go back and look at numbers, you know, because numbers always tell a story. And when we look at the last couple of months, or around this time of the month, we always see kind of a decline in client acquisition and group volume, and things like that. And that's because of the stuff that's, you know, all the different stuff that's going on. So I say this to you guys because you might be right now in like tremendous action. You might be posting, you might be starting to 10, 20, 50 conversations every single day. You're posting every single day. You're doing these health assessments. And you're just like, I'm working really, really hard and nobody's ready. Nobody wants to get started. Nobody wants to do my program. That's not true. That's not true. There's people out there. But what I've learned is that the people that are consistent during these months are the ones, once these summer months end, you know, the August, September, kids start going back to school. The summer vacations are over. People put on the extra weight because they've been vacation and partying, all the other stuff. If we're consistent, they are going to connect and they're going to reach out to you. The number one thing a coach will do when they start getting discouraged or they're not seeing the results that they want to do, the number one thing, and this is not even a coach, we just see this in life. We see this happen all the time. When we stop seeing the results, what's the number one thing people want to do, or they'll stop doing, is they'll slow down. They'll slow down, or they'll pull back, or they'll stop the consistency. One of the things, you guys, our business is built on consistency. Losing weight and getting healthy is consistency. Our businesses is the same thing. So those that are consistent, you will see, trust me, you will see, even during this season, come end of July, August, especially getting into September, you're going to see an influx of people that are going to want to get healthy and reach out to you. But again, that's only if we've been consistent during these summer months. Even while we're on vacation, even as coaches, you know, like Stanley was in Bora Bora on vacation. He was still consistent. The guy was still getting on calls. He was still getting on training calls. He was still posting. He signed up a client this month. You know, he was still consistent. And those are the people that we're going to see. This is where success comes from, is those that are consistent. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there and share, because I get it. And this is one of those months, even I saw it. You know, this is one of the months where I brought on the least amount of clients in a long time. But we expect that because of the time. But again, the number one thing a coach will do is when they don't see the results they want is they pull back. And that pull back and that inactivity and stopping is the number one thing that's going to completely slow down your business. So in these months, you guys stay, please, I beg you, just stay consistent. Stay consistent, keep sharing, keep posting, keep living out loud. Do more. If I can, I think I put this in our Rise to Freedom group. Do more. If you can, do more. Do more posts. Do more Facebook Lives. Share, talk, go start more conversations. Do more these months, because when these summer months are over and people are now ready to get healthy and transform their life, they're not going to reach out to the person that was inconsistent. I promise you that. They're not going to reach out to the person that was inconsistent. When someone is ready to transform their health and transform their life, they're going to reach out to the person that they saw was consistent, even when they weren't. If that makes any sense. So my whole point of this, guys, is just keep going. Trust me, keep going, keep going. And then we'll see an influx. Summertime ends, all of a sudden you're like, man, where are all these clients coming from? Where are all these clients coming from? We're going to be like Jamie, giving clients away. We're gonna just giving them away. We're gonna be giving clients away because you were consistent, because you kept going, because you kept going. So I just wanted to kind of share that. Carol, I see you have your hand up. You want to share something?
I was just going to agree with you. When we came down, when my sister was ill and we came to California, we were feeling pretty poopy. And we had a long talk with Shadon, and he told us the exact same thing. And it was this time of year that we were there. And we were like really slow. So we were thinking, oh, well, I don't know about this. But he gave us his whole little pep talk thing. And then just recently when I was feeling poopy because nothing was happening, he gave me the same pep talk. And I remember, oh yeah, you just told me that last year, same thing. And true enough, right after, I don't know if it was like August or so, but when I looked at my numbers on my like my client acquisition and pay and everything, it did start spiking starting in like September. So I started moving up after that. So it's true. It's really true that you just keep going and it will happen.
Yeah, love you. Thanks for sharing that. Yep, because it's so true. Very cool. But this is where you guys, the mindset comes in. And I'll just kind of leave with this, but this is where we have to kind of check ourselves in our mindset, because we start coming up with these crazy things when we're not seeing the results we want, like, oh, it doesn't work, or nobody wants to do my program, or maybe this thing is not for me. And it's not true. It's not true. It's just one of those times. It's just that season. So again, as Carol said, keep going. I know a lot of us haven't been here long enough to kind of see that influx and kind of see that. But again, the success comes to those that are consistent, disciplined and consistent, even when you're not seeing the results that you want. Cool. Anybody else before we end? Carol has one more thing, but anyone else has any comments or anything you guys want to share before we wrap up?
I just want to share one more thing, is that Sandra signed her first client. I'm getting confused if it was today or yesterday. But anyway, it was somebody that was on her heart. And so, you know, there's still those out there who are on your heart that you can still try to reach. And that was a major one. The whole health assessment touched my heart. And I'm so glad that he was able to come on board. I was hoping he'd be here tonight, but we'll get him.
Yeah, so good.
Right,
Sandra,
Alan?
Sandra, congratulations for signing up your first client. The
Thank
ice,
you.
yeah, you're very welcome. The ice has been broken, my friend. It is time to go. Love it. Okay, you guys, anybody else? Nope, no, all good. Alan, welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. We're glad to have you. Everyone else, thank you guys for being here. And we'll see you all next week, our first Tuesday of the month. So let's get our clients, coaches on, our guests on to hear our call next week. I'll get this recording up as soon as possible. You guys have a good night. Love you. See you guys
Good night,
next week.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Welcome back, Fatty.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.